Vineland High School for tonight's matchup between the Falcons of Oakcrest and the Fighting Clan of Vineland High School. Now, for starting lineup. For the Falcons, entering tonight's contest with a record of 3 wins and 9 losses. Guard, 6'2", freshman, number 20, Zane Hart. Guard, 6'2", sophomore, number 15, Kevin Walker. Guard, 6'1", freshman, number 11, Gosman Mitchell. Guard, 6-foot junior, number 3, Mason Webster. Guard, 5'10", senior, number 1, Elijah Harper. The Falcons were coached by Cameron Warner. And now, for the starting lineup of that list, the Fighting Clan enters tonight's contest with a record of 10 wins and 1 loss. Forward, 6'4", senior, number 1, Chris Thomas. Forward, 6', senior, number 24, Tavion Davis. Guard, 6'1", junior, number 12, Dominic Bailey. Center, 6'8", junior, number 35, Ricardo Johnson. Guard, 5'11", junior, number 3, James Lawson. Your Fighting Clan are coached by Mr. Will Wareham.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Irv Gosman Court here at the Edward T. Harvard Gymnasium at Vineland High School for Tuesday Night Hoops here on VPS. Kyle Bennett, Marcelino Ojeda IV here on the call with you as your Fighting Clan of Vineland boys varsity basketball team gets set to play host to the visiting Oakcrest Falcons. Marcelino, a rematch from earlier this year. Vineland caught a convincing W earlier on this year. They come into this one 10-1, coming off of a high-stakes game against Holy Spirit. That was just an electric atmosphere to round out last week. Well, we are underway here for Tuesday Night Hoops.
Yeah, it's super exciting to see how far this team has come this year. The Holy Spirit game was a huge test of maturity. Tonight, I don't want to call it a laydown, but feels a lot less stakes-driven compared to that Holy Spirit game. 5 on the floor, that's almost tipped away and is, but it's going to stay with the Fighting Clan. 5 on the floor for Oakcrest. Number 3, Mason Webster. Number 11, Uteman Mitchell. Number 1, Elijah Harper. Number 15, Kevin Walker, as well as number 20, Zane Forrest. 5 on the floor, and the same 5 we've seen consistently this season is James Lawson, Dominic Bailey, as well as T.D. Tavion Davis, Chris Thomas, and Mount Johnson. Ricardo Johnson tallying 5 blocks in his last contest against Holy Spirit, adding to a state lead in which he's held in a very convincing fashion. The pass down low is tipped away, trying to find Johnson early on down low, but another play out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Fighting Clan on the right side of the floor.
And to just go back to your point, too, with this game feeling a lot less, stakes-driven, it harkens me back as Dominic Bailey for 3 just rolls off the rim. And we get a foul there. It reminds me of when we were calling that Hamilton game. Where, it was like this team, their record-wise doesn't really reflect how good they are, but you don't want to lay down to them. You don't want to play down to your opponent. And that is the one loss in the columns for Vineland this year is that Hamilton game. So you don't want to, play down to your competition. You want to continue to assert your dominance, continue showcasing why you lead this division, and continue to play Vineland High School basketball.
Johnson misses the first of 2 free throws on his first trip to the line. Oakcrest holding a 3-9 record. The last game they played against Hamilton lost 57-41. Second free throw down for Johnson, puts Vineland up by 1. Now we'll see Hamilton for the first time on the offensive end of the floor. That's reeled in by Mitchell. He's going to his right, he splits 2, puts up a floater, and puts it in First possession, first points here for the Falcons, courtesy of Mitchell. That'll be Lawson bringing the ball up the floor. He has Davis to his right. He's going to get it down to Thomas, who wings it out to Bailey. As that's down low to Johnson, puts it up and in. Good pass there from Bailey. Vineland moving the ball well early on. Mitchell with it. Pardon me, that's Harper getting it back out. Now to the top of the key where Mitchell is waiting. Forrest with it now, gets it back to Mitchell. Mitchell's going to drive, try and get past two. He's going to stop on a dime, kick it back out. Pump fake a three, driving here, kick it back out once again. Three-point opportunities well short of the mark and rebounded by Lawson. Lawson gets it back to Davis and gets it back to Lawson, and Vineland will regroup now going on the offensive end of the floor. So far have looked solid, have come away with points on each possession coming down this way. Bailey with it now. He's guarded closely by Mitchell, who's done most of the ball handling so far as Forrest almost crashes where Davis is. Bailey taking a deep three. No good off the back rim. Thomas fighting for the rebound, but a long one by Lawson. Lawson splits two. He's going to drive between two, try and get it down low, try to put a shot up. Ball's blocked away. And the Falcons will have it.
That type of rebound should almost be credited like a hockey assist as Oakcrest wide open three off the mark. Rebound to Oakcrest. They drive and denied, but a foul. Those types of rebounds that we saw down there where, Thomas kind of got his hand on it and tips out to Lawson.
Without him, Lawson doesn't get the rebound. It
should be like a hockey assist.
You know how many rebounds people would have that would absolutely skyrocket rebounding numbers?
It's called the Hooper rebound.
So the foul was called on Johnson. It's his first of the game and the team's first. That sends Zane Forrest to the line. He makes the first of two possible free throws. Still no substitutions from either team here early on with 5:33 to go. Oakcrest in a tie ball game looking to take a lead on this free throw. Forrest taking his time at the line. And he misses the second free throw. Johnson tries to rebound it, saves it, and gets it into Lawson. Lawson tried to get it all the way down the court, but nobody open. Lawson's now going to drive, splits two, puts it up in traffic, but just misses. Foul was called, and that's going to send him to the line. Vineland's second trip to the free throw line so far. Some quick and early fouls here for the Falcons.
Lawson had one hell of a birthday against Holy Spirit, 28 points.
7 assists. I mean, he spread the ball and just could not miss from three-point land as he just misses that free throw.
It was like back in the day on MTV, my Super Sweet 16. That's exactly what birthday it was for Lawson.
It's crazy. 16 years old, dropping 28 against a high-quality opponent. Knocks down that second free throw, and then he's going to get a steal here. He's going to drive again, put it up. No foul called, but Thomas somehow pulls it on a toe tap on the baseline. Gets it out to Lawson. Open three opportunity, puts it up and puts it down. Big three there from Lawson. Pads on to the Vineland lead, putting him up by 4. Vineland playing full court press, almost stolen away. Mitchell reels it back in and now trying to push the tempo. It's almost a foul on Davis. No foul called. Corner three put up. No good. Fighting for the rebound is Thomas. And now Bailey going the other way. Splits two, trying to get past him. He's getting trapped here on the near side. Gets it to Thomas. Thomas loses it, and now a cross-court pass. It's a 3-on-1. Bailey just trying to get there. It's blocked away. Great play there by Johnson. Another block. For those at home, you know the saying, do not go down there. Ricardo Johnson.
It's Mount Johnson.
He's requiring tolls. Requiring tolls to go up the mountain. Falcons will stay with the possession. Another three and blocked again by Johnson. So 2 blocks on this end of the floor on one single possession. That state leader continuing to pad onto that lead, as we stated earlier on, as that's going to be stolen away by Forrest. Gets it to Mitchell. He's going to get past Lawson, put it up and smoked it. So now Bailey with the ball, and Lawson looking to slow down the tempo with Vineland up by 4. It's Mitchell stepping up to find Lawson at midcourt. Davis reels that in, gets it back to Lawson with 3 guys in front of him. It's a zone look as that's thrown away by Lawson, trying to force feed Johnson. Forrest with it now in transition is going to try and attack Davis, but a foul is going to be called, and Davis is not happy about it. Yeah, neither am I.
It's very ticky-tack there, and kind of just like the sequence of the game. Davis wasn't going to be able to stop his motion. Oakcrest player there was not going to be able to stop what they were doing. It's kind of just incidental contact there. If I'm the ref, I just let that one go.
First substitution here for the Fighting Clan. It's Joins stepping in for Dominic Bailey.
6th man of the year.
Christian Joins has been solid all year off the bench. As Forrest has an open three, he's going to put up contested late and knocks it down. So Oakcrest now only down by 1 with 3:50 to go in this first quarter. This game taking a much slower tempo than the last 2 games we've had the pleasure of calling here at Irv Gosman Court. Great pass down low to Thomas from Joins, rebounded by Johnson, trying to find a space, pivoting around, and could not find anybody. Forrest walks away with it, almost loses it himself, and gets it back to Mitchell. Now Harper on the near side, guarded by Joins. Gets it back to Harper. He's going to get by, try and kick it out to Forrest. He pump fakes. He's going to reset with Harper on the far end of the floor. It's been a solid dose of Mitchell, Harper, as well as Forrest at the top of the key. Not too much passing down low. Harper's trying to drive, almost stolen away by Joins. And now another drive and a good take there by Mitchell. Tough bucket getting past Johnson, but that will put Oakcrest up by 1.
Yeah, very sloppy so far for Vineland in this first quarter. Very uncharacteristic. They're just kind of, almost going through the motions as Joins puts up a 3 off the mark. Rebound Davis. Kicks it out to the top to Thomas. Lawson thought about a 3, and he's fouled.
Yeah, so far it's been Vineland trying to force the ball down low, as we're going to see a substitution here for Oakcrest.
And it's not just in one phase of
Johnson.
In one phase of the game, it's everywhere. It's the offense, the transition, the defense is even a little messy.
It's just been sloppy passing. It's not finding passing lanes, and I get trying to get the ball to Johnson down low, who has a very obvious height advantage, but you got to do it where it works. That's inbounded by Lawson. He's going to get to Thomas. Lawson's going to take a deep 3 and leave it way off the mark. Johnson tried to kick it back in and does. Joins with it, gets it back out to Lawson, and Vineland resets. It was a close call there by Johnson. He tried to throw it off the defender and just somehow found Joins. Davis fakes a pass to Joins, gets to Lawson down low to Thomas. He is very clearly fouled, and it is called. No one there to help up Chris Thomas, but then Johnson gets there just in time. So Vineland so far struggling to find passing lanes against this zone that's being run by the Falcons. Again, we said it earlier on, you cannot sleep on an opponent due to their record. Vineland has been bit by that once. His inbound is to Johnson. He's going to fight through. He's going to put it up and leave it short, but a foul is going to be called on the shot, and that'll send Johnson to the line yet again. Second time he's fought for an opportunity to get to the free throw line. So 2:21 to go here. And Oakcrest already with 5 team fouls in this first quarter. Vineland with 2. Same 5 on the floor for either squad now, as Johnson knocks down the first 2 free throws. It's been tough sledding here in this first quarter, a lot slower like we stated earlier on. Vineland still sticking their necks out on this one, as they just missed that free throw there, does Johnson, and the game stays tied at 8. So now in transition go the Falcons. Harper with it now with Forrest to his right, and that's who he passes it to. It is Forrest on Johnson looking to clear out here. He's going to kick it out. Open 3 look, no good, and rebounded. Vineland fighting themselves for it, and it's going to be Vineland ball. Looks like a step out of bounds there by Steven Johnson. That'll be Christian Joins inbounding for Vineland. 2:02 to go here in this first quarter, knotted up at 8. And now a timeout by Vineland, and a smart timeout earlier on. Oakcrest very happy with what they've gotten out of their defensive stands. And Vineland, like we stated, it's just struggling a little bit to get the ball down low. They've gotten opportunities at the free throw line, but it's just about finding opportunities around the three-point line as well. So 1:57 to go, with each team fighting with 8 points each. Only 1 substitution for either side. It was Joins who checked in for Vineland. It was Johnson who stepped in for the Falcons. Those same 5 will remain on the floor for either squad. Lawson, Johnson, Thomas, as well as Joins and Davis for Vineland. As well as Johnson, Webster, Harper, as well as Walker and Forrest for Oakcrest. Lawson with the ball now going to his right. He did miss Joins cutting across the baseline there. Joins is going to go to his right, try and fight through. Get it down in, and good pass there. Fantastic look yet again by Joins to find Ricardo Johnson. Now it's stolen away. Good pass again to Lawson, and he puts it in. 4 quick points there off the timeout for Vineland. Way to capitalize off the catching of breath, and almost stole it again. It's a foul called there on Davis. And that will send Joins to the bench and bring back out Dominic Bailey. Quality minutes yet again from Christian Joins. Flipping 4 points on a single possession on the opposite end of the floor. Vineland now up 12-8 just like that. So Harper with the ball now. He has Force to his right, guarded by Lawson. It's almost picked away by Lawson. And it went right past the outstretched hand of Mason Webster. So we get to see who possession is going to go with here as we have a meeting with the Zebras here at midcourt. And the ball is going to stay on this end of the floor and stay with the Falcons. As now we're going to see yet another substitution. Davis will be checking out. And it'll be Javian Brown checking in for the Fighting Clan.
We were talking about him a ton as Oakcrest puts up a 3, no good. A ton pregame before when we were kind of just going over the final box score from Holy Spirit. Javian Brown had the best game of his career against Holy Spirit from a defensive aspect. Oakcrest splashes the 3 there, makes it a 1-point game. Javian Brown played lockdown defense, and as a sophomore, it was an incredible game to watch from him. Vineland don't win that game without Brown and the performance that he had.
He played fantastic defense as he co-piloted with Joins on Gonzalez, who was a top talent in that game. As Thomas looks to drive between 2, no foul called, and now Oakcrest going the other way. Thomas was looking for contact as we pass down court. Harper's going to drive, and a foul is going to be called on Johnson, but it's going to be on the floor. Pardon me, they're going to count the bucket. So they do say that Harper was going up for that shot, and that's going to send him to the free throw line to complete a 3-point play as Oakcrest is up by 1 with 36.8 to go in this first quarter.
It's like Vineland has kind of been sleepwalking through this first quarter. You know, they have a big emotional win in their last game that we called, you know, late last week on Friday against a top team in the state, quite frankly. And, you know, you take the division lead, you have a pretty quality handle on it right now as Oakcrest take a 2-point lead now. And then you come into a game like against a team that doesn't have the same accolades, and it's tough to get up for that, but Vineland's got to be better. They have the talent to do it. They just got to really, like, hone in once this first quarter comes to an end, make a lot of adjustments, and just, quite frankly, for lack of better phrasing, just wake up.
Pass down low there. Thomas tried to take a shot. He was looking for Johnson. Hit the side of the rim as Lawson's going to put up a 3. He's going to leave that one short. Rebound now by Harper. Oakcrest going the other way. Had numbers and still do as that's slowly picked away by Lawson. He's going to take on Forrest himself, but Forrest going to pick his pocket. But he'll stay on that end of the floor. That will end this highly touted first quarter with Vineland trailing by 2. Oakcrest up 14-12. And Vineland getting punched in the mouth here in this first quarter, and not really much answers yet on the offensive end of the floor.
This is sloppy all around in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, transition. There was not a lot of fluidity to what Vineland was trying to accomplish there, and it's uncharacteristic of them. You know, they're 10-1 for a reason. They played incredibly fundamental basketball, and that has been the core of Coach Wareham coming in and getting these guys back on track with the talent that we have. Just a very uncharacteristic first quarter here for Vineland, especially in a quarter where they have found tons of success against opponents, you know, across the scale of the standings. They've always been a good first quarter team, and this is an uncharacteristic start to a game that they absolutely should not be trailing by 2 after 8 minutes.
Yeah, Vineland has looked uncharacteristically uncomfortable in this game as well. Every time on the offensive end of the floor, it looks like forced passes and trapping guys who aren't used to having the ball in their hands. This is a game where you're forced to use guys like Lawson, like Bailey, and even see Jones off the bench as well to try and ball handle. But Vineland has to find a way to crack the armor that is the Oakcrest Falcons defense on the other end of the floor. So now the Falcons will have the ball to start this second quarter, up by 2. Will be forced to inbounding now to Johnson. He's guarded closely by Bailey, but he's going to get back to Forrest. As Forrest is almost tripped there. Cross-court pass to Harper. Harper fakes to his right. Nobody was really there. It's a pass to the wing here. They're moving the ball well along the perimeter, but not able to get anything down low. Vineland playing some solid defense. Forrest with it now. He's going to pump fake, get it back out to Harper. And they're just going to keep moving that ball along the three-point line. Mid-range jumper put up, no good. It rebounded by Thomas. And a foul called on the newly checked-in Gabe Ramos for the Falcons.
Some changes for Vineland, too. Javian Brown stays in to start this second quarter, and John DeVault getting his first minutes of this game.
Spark plug of this team, as we've seen so often this season. They're going to need him as much as ever now, as that's almost turned over, but Thomas walks away with it, puts it up and puts it in. Good bucket there by Thomas to try and get back into this one, ties it up with 7:17 to go. Poor transitional defense here by Vineland. Luckily, a bad pass works in their favor. Behind the back by Harper, puts up a mid-range jumper, and that is a tough bucket. Vineland yet again down by 2. A little under 7 minutes to go. Lawson with it now.
Here's something I'm noticing too, Marcelino. I don't know if you're picking up on it. Lawson obviously trying to give Vineland the lead with a ton of the three-point shots he's making. I just want to see him drive right now. You don't need threes in these, situations. I'd rather see you, get comfortable with your shots and not force them. Lawson has every ability in the world to drive the bucket. We've seen it time and time again. Just go for the two. You get fouled a ton.
Yeah, I was just about to say, every time you've gone to the cup so far, you've forced free throws.
You forced it into a three-point play
You
almost.
have to take advantage of that as Tayshawn Jones now checks in for Vineland. I mean, if they're going to play that perimeter zone, you just have to drive, force 3 guys to crash, either kick it out or you're going to get fouled when you go up with it. So Vineland has to find a way to take advantage of that as Bailey puts up a corner 3 and knocks it down. Big 3 there from Dominic Bailey to put Vineland up by 1. A much-needed bucket on the offensive end of the floor. It's Harper now kicking it to the corner. Open 3, and that is good. So the Falcons knock down and answer back with a 3 of their own and go up by 2. It was Tariq Huff knocking that one down as there's a foul there by Johnson on Jones at midcourt.
Tayshawn Jones came into this Vineland program a couple weeks ago. That Hamilton game was his first game. I love his game. He's just so fun to watch. He's been a calming presence when he's come off the bench. And it makes it that much sweeter that he's coming from the neighboring town.
Yes, Talib Dean Mohammed now checking in for the Falcons. Thomas gets the inbound by Jones. He's going to get out to Lawson. Pump fakes a 3. I thought if he shot that would have been nuts. Thomas
collapsed.
open in the corner. DeVault cutting and missed yet again. Vineland just missing their passes at this point. As that's cross court to Thomas. He's going to pump fake, put it up way off the mark. And now an open opportunity down the other end of the floor. Harper steps into a 3, foot on the line, knocks it down. It will be a 2. His foot was on the line, but Vineland now down 21-17 with 5:40 to go in the second quarter. Jones with it now, guarded closely by Harper. He splits between 2, tries to get it past Forrest, gets it to Lawson. Lawson trapped right then and there. He's going to cross-court pass it. Bailey open in the corner. He pump fakes, puts up a 3, knocks it down. Another 3 from Dominic Bailey, who's been elite from three-point range in this 2-game stretch. Forrest drives, puts it up, and puts it in. No foul called with DeVault underneath. It's been all Oakcrest in transition. Vineland down 23-20 with 5 minutes to go. Vineland has had no answer for the transition offense of Oakcrest. Lawson in the corner. He's going to drive. He's going to put it up, and he's going to be blocked away and denied at the rim. Now Oakcrest going the other way, and a foul called on the floor on Jones. It was Tariq Huff who blocked away Lawson down low. And Vineland still being frustrated on the offensive end of the floor, as Harper will now check out and bring back in Mason Webster for the Falcons. 4:51 to go and a 23-20 contest. Oakcrest with 2 fouls, Vineland with 1. That was their first of the quarter. So we get a stoppage in play here. It'll be Ramos inbounding for the Falcons. Coach Wareham is trying to get his defense arranged and figure out how to stop that transitional bleeding on defense. Conversations happening with the stripes. Not sure what it could be in regards to.
What we're witnessing right now, everyone, is the ever so rare Yaposaurus Rex.
not
a creature we haven't seen in quite some time. Can't believe it's right in front of our eyes here on Vineland Public Schools broadcasting.
You can see it on the near side on the court. Not something we've seen here lately.
It's a wild Yaposaurus Rex.
What will we do? He's a different breed. The stripes tell you exactly what you need to know.
You know, is there stripes? Is there?
I mean, what could we be talking about? Genuinely, what's the conversation? Was it a substitution? I mean, if it was an illegal substitution, then that's a technical, and Vineland would get free throws off of that, but there's just no. Just trying to listen in myself here again on the whole opposite side of the court. But still not sure what's going on whatsoever.
The Yaposaurus Rex approaches
I
Coach Dan Russo.
Yeah, he's coming up to now the apex predator of Vineland sports and athletics.
And this is why you tune in to Vineland Public Schools broadcasting.
So now back to the game itself, as that is a foul bait look there from the Falcons. Ramos with it now, gets it to the top and the wing. It's going to go back to Ramos. He's going to go to his right, run into DeVault, put it up. Somehow almost puts it in, but a foul is going to be called on the shot. I believe it's going to be on DeVault. That'll send Ramos to the line to pad that three-point lead that the Falcons hold now.
Crikey.
This is a very, very brutal first half. And again, completely different team from what we saw on Friday. As Ramos misses, or pardon me, makes it. Let me not speak too soon. Knocks down the first of 2 free throws. It's fine, now down by 2 possessions, no matter what happens on this second free throw. Nonetheless, it's knocked down, and it's now a 5-point game. Jones with it now, gets it to Lawson in transition, finding DeVault, who swings it over to Bailey, who's trapped instantly. Down to Thomas, back to DeVault. He's going to put up a shot, and that's going to hit the side of the backboard.
He was fouled.
I saw a hand on it. I'm not sure what the call is.
He was 1,000% fouled.
Absolutely livid. I mean, that was clear as day.
His hand was so evidently hit.
Yeah, I was going to say, as now we're going to look back at the replay here and see what the heck happened. Oh, my gosh. That is as clear as a foul as you're ever going to get.
I heard the comic book thwap from over here.
You could see it. I mean, the good thing about comics, you see it. Yeah,
it said thwap.
All contact on the wrist in that corner. Nonetheless, Vineland's going to retain possession as Lawson's trying to find somebody. He's going to try and find Jones, who makes a crazy catch over Forrest.
You got mossed.
Lawson pump fakes a 3. He's going to throw it back out to Jones. As Vineland, no answers. Oh, my goodness, that's a bomb. No good. Trying to be rebounded there by Vineland. That's going to stay with them, though. It's out on a Falcon. It's an interesting shot selection, but Vineland just seems to be frustrated by what they're being given. It's almost a 3-on-2 with the ball handler and whoever's the closest.
And Lawson's been shooting from out there all game. And
DeVault puts up a tough bucket, and that's a huge one. As Vineland needed that, put it off the glass as a foul is going to be called, and it's going to be a travel. So Vineland puts 2 on the board and forces a turnover instantly in a 3-point contest with 4:08 to go.
That was a makeup call if I've ever seen
it. Had to be, and Jones played good defense to force it, but it had to be called. So now Jones is going to get the inbound, get it out to Lawson. He's going to pump fake a 3. He's going to drive, split 2 defenders, just leaves it at the rim. Thomas going to get the rebound. Lawson going to get it once again, tipped away, fighting for it. Somehow got it to Jones, who's fighting 2 defenders. Nobody there, and he's going to step out of bounds. Jones lost a lot of ground playing on the corner there and stepped out of bounds. So now possession will go back with Oakcrest. Another substitution here that's going to send Zane Forrest to the bench. and bring back in Mitchell. Harper with it now, looking for a screen. He's going to move some guys around. He's going to hand off to Mitchell now, who's newly checked in. He's going to drive on Bailey, put it up, leave it way off the mark. It's going to be handed off on the rebound to Lawson. As they're going to stop play because fans were walking by. So the call was there being fans walking across the near side corridor.
And we're now security guards, according to the ref.
Hey, I'm willing to help. I get paid very well by the Vineland.
I don't see no badge.
we get taken care of by the Vineland Board of Education. So any way we can help, we will do it. That's a pass down low to DeVault. He swings it out to Bailey, who's double teamed instantly, almost thrown away. And it's almost like 4 guys on the perimeter here. It's a trap the second you step past half court as Lawson turns it over again. A 4-on-3 now. Open 3 look, and it's knocked down. Mason Webster with yet another 3. Vineland down by 6 with a little over 3 minutes to go in this first half.
Dare I say I'm having flashbacks of the Hamilton game?
It's reminiscently close to what we've seen.
And not even just from as Bailey puts up a 3 off the mark.
No good.
It's Oakcrest going down, sinking their 3s. Vineland coming back down on offense, getting trapped in a zone coverage and not knowing how to figure it out.
It's just been tough sledding as DeVault's going to check out, as well as Bailey and Thomas. That brings in Davis Jones and Ricardo Johnson. That's a shoulder check by Mitchell at midcourt. It's a 3-on-2. Johnson was by himself, now driving, kicking, open look there, and Webster knocks down another 3. That is his 3rd 3-pointer, and Vineland trailing in a big way for the first time this season, 31-22. Matchups make fights, and so far the Falcons have matched up well. That's a corner 3 by Jones. Knocked down! Big shot there by Joins as Oakcrest looks to go in transition. Open look on the 3, no good. Long rebound by Jones. Now Vineland in transition. Joins with it. He's going to put it up, leave it short. Almost put back up by Johnson, and now it's going to go back with the Falcons. More transition offense, a drive, no foul called. Davis stole it away, and then he throws it away. Absolute pandemonium on the hardwood for both teams. Not a single point scored in that absolute bedlam. And now Oakcrest trying to slow it down. Handed off now to Muhammad, who's going to his left. Harper tries to cut. It's handed off to Webster. He's going to step into another 3. Oh, my goodness. Webster cannot miss from 3-point land. Vineland down by 9 with 1:20 to go. First half almost over. Joins with it now, trying to get Jones, who's still at borderline half court. Lawson's going to step into a deep 3. That's going to be off the mark. Long rebound by Webster. Now it's a 2-on-1. Passed over and thrown away. Tailor-made opportunity for Muhammad as well as Harper, but just thrown away. 1:06 to go in the second quarter.
The 3-point attempt from Lawson was just such a panic move. You don't have to do that. You still have so much game left. Just chip away at this lead. Like, Lawson, you don't have to force those 3s at this point in the game. Just go to the rack, take it to the rim.
So Lawson now on the bench for the Fighting Clan. Jones is going to drive. He's going to hand it off down low. Almost stolen away. Still fighting for it is Brown. Puts it up, and it toilet bowls down. Another good setup there by Joins as Vineland looks to stop the bleeding here. 27-34 with 42 seconds to go. Muhammad in transition, gets past Brown, gets it over to Harper. Harper's going to fake a 3. He's going to spin off to his left and reset again. Muhammad with it now, guarded closely by Brown. Brown playing suffocating defense, kicked out. Now with Mitchell driving, almost stolen away. Webster open for 3 yet again, and he knocks it down yet again. I mean, Webster cannot miss from beyond the perimeter. 10-point game.
Where's number 3 for a reason, it seems.
10 seconds to go in this first half. Joins with it. He puts up a 3 of his own. Leaves it short. Brown with a long rebound. He's going to drive, put it up on a floater off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Johnson and put in with 3 seconds to go. 29-37, long pass. Webster steps into a three, and he leaves that one short and off, but not the story of the first half. Absolute fire throwing from Mason Webster. Vineland down in a big way, in a way we have not seen yet this season. 37-29 the score at half. KB, your takeaways so far?
It's been an ugly half. Vineland has been sleepwalking this entire game. I don't know what the cause is. You know, it's one of those things, like we said, you can't underestimate an opponent. It seems like for the first half, Vineland has completely underestimated a team that earlier this season, Marcelino, they beat handily 76-56.
So now Vineland now in a hole going into halftime, have to find some answers to face off against that Falcons defense that's been suffocating them up to this point. Once again, the score as of now at half, Oakcrest Falcons 37, your Vineland High School Fighting Clan at 29. My name is Marcelino Heather, my partner Kyle KB Bennett. We'll be back after this halftime intermission.
Say that you gave with, that's just how I feel. Nah, $8 might just make that lane switch, that's just how I feel. Nah, $8 might turn to $1 million and we all rich, that's just how I feel.
The last one not to get the stove. No way, I wanna fucking head. No way, hit the streets and we break the code. No way, hit the brakes when they out control. No way, be the last one not to get the stove. No way, I wanna fucking head. No way, hit the streets and we break the code. No way, hit the brakes when they out control. No way.
Imagine rock up in them projects with them. Pick your pockets, Santa Claus don't miss them stockings. Liquor spilling, just popping, get soda, y'all a whipping. Ain't no turkey on Thanksgiving. My homeboy just domed it. I just hope the Lord forgive him. Pots with residue. Every day I'm hustling. What else is a thug to do when you eat cheese from the government? Gotta provide for my daughter and them. Get the up on my way. Got that drum and I got them bands just like a parade. Drop that work up in the bushes. Hope them boys don't see my stash. If they do, tell the truth. This the last time you might see my from the gardens where the grass ain't cut. Them serpents slurping blood. Selling, but it's all good. Broken promises, still you're watching. Tell you what time it is. Take your chase and take you to kick it where the Falcons is. In the streets with they under my dungarees. Dreams of me getting shaded under a money tree.
Halle Berry or Halle Blue. Think it wasn't, tell me what you do. Everybody don't respect the shoe, but the one in front of the gun lives forever.
And now they hustling all day, this away, through canals and alleyways. Just the sleeves is the perfect place for shading.
Be the last one not to get the stove. I wanna fucking head. Hit the streets and we break the code. Hit the brakes when they on patrol. Be the last one not to get the stove. I wanna fucking head. Hit the streets and we break the code. Hit the brakes when they on patrol.
And welcome back, everybody, to Tuesday Night Hoops here on VPS at Irv Gosman Court in the Edward T. Harvard Gymnasium here at Vineland High School. Kyle Bennett, Marcelino Hayter the fourth here on the call with you as James Lawson inbounds this and gets the third quarter underway.
Yeah, a lot of moves have to be made here by Vineland, and that is just not the start you look for. I mean, you can't pass it in the backcourt at that point because it's just been terribly sloppy this entire game. Vineland now down in a way we haven't seen this year, 37-29. As Lawson steals that one away, has Forrest on his hip, he puts it up and puts it in. Lawson making up for that turnover by Davis. First points of the second half needed in a big way. So now Oakcrest fighting for possession at midcourt. No jump ball called as Wareham as well as Lawson are not too happy about it. Looking for a jump ball there, but it's a 6-point game now early in this third quarter.
Yeah, we were watching Vineland warm up, and like, the body language just seemed off still, but as soon as the whistle blew, bench is showing a lot of, buzz, which is good. That wasn't there at all in the first half, and it seems like Vineland's come out with a little bit of tenacity as three-point shot there, rims out.
Well, not something we were able to say in the first half as Forrest just barely missed it. Johnson with it now. He's going to spin between two, and a foul called. Oh, boy. I mean, Johnson went between three defenders.
That was a three-button combo right there.
That was insane. Just absolute good movement down low by the big man. Score still the same with 7:11 to go. Davis with a pass down low to Johnson. Puts it up. No good. Fighting for the rebound off of Webster. And a foul going to be called on Johnson.
Coach Wareham is going to pull his non-existent hair out of his head right now.
Yeah, he's very clearly just irate with how this game has gone. 3 fouls now on Ricardo Johnson. That's going to bring John Duvall into the game very quickly in this second half. So the Falcons with the ball now. Mitchell with it, passing back to Harper, who was looking for Webster on the wing. Stolen away by Lawson, puts it up and puts it in. Another turnover, turning into points for James Lawson. Now fighting again, stolen again. Lawson puts it up again himself, and a foul called. Oh my goodness. James Lawson with 3 steals to start the second half. In a 4-point game, that means a lot. He took it up himself, and now he's going to get an opportunity at the free throw line to shoot 2.
And you need stuff like that right now with Johnson going to the bench. He's got 3 fouls. Not ideal. I doubt we probably see him the rest of this quarter.
As Lawson knocks down the first of 2, we're going to see the first substitution by the Falcons. They'll send Walker to the bench and bring in Steven Johnson. So in a 3-point contest, Lawson looking to make his second free throw and does so. So just like that, Vineland makes it a 2-point game. Almost stolen away. Davis fighting off of Forrest, tipped away. Mitchell with it now in transition, gets it to Forrest. Forrest is going to drive, put it up. He misses long, rebounded by Webster. Webster with 3 guys on him, somehow gets it out. Johnson going to drive, put it off the glass and put it in. That's a tough bucket there by Johnson with guys all over him. Now Davis in transition. He's going to drive. He's going to attract a crowd. No foul called, 2-on-1 for Lawson. And that's going to be put up and just missed. Webster's going to step away, put up a mid-range jumper and knock it down. Yet again, Mason Webster knocking down a jumper. Thomas with it now, gets it over to Bailey. Bailey's going to step in front of that 3-point line, get it back down to Thomas. Lawson with it. He's going to pump fake a 3. Split between 2. Good pass down low to DeVault. 1 extra pass too many. And now numbers for the Falcons in transition. Harper puts it up, blocked away. But a foul going to be called on Davis. That'll send Harper to the line to shoot 2. Vineland still playing catch up, just without the mustard.
I'm going to relish in that pun.
Oh, no. No, mayo way.
you cook there like some barbecue. I'll tell you that much.
All right, the fact that we're going to condiment jokes tells us exactly this game needs to get back on the rails.
Welcome to condiment court here.
This game really needs to get back on the handles as Brown is going to check in for Davis. And another substitution, sending Webster to the bench, surprisingly, for the Falcons. That's going to bring in Al-Tariq Huff yet again. So it's Harper at the line now, trying to complete this trip to the free throw line. And he does so. 2 for 2 from the line, puts Oakcrest up 43-35. 8-point contest now, just like that.
All we were doing there, Marcelino, was just putting a little flavor, a little seasoning on this broadcast here.
Just might need it. Get the hopes back up.
Going to Flavor Town like we're Guy Fieri and we're rolling out.
Brown with it now, trying to find an opening. Has 3 guys waiting for him to step past the three-point line. Thomas is going to drive, put up a floater, and put it in. And that's the shot that Vineland has to be willing to take, as it's almost stolen away by Brown. He does get it, tips it away. Thomas with it now, kicks it into the wing. There goes Lawson, and he puts another one down. 4 turnovers, turning into points, make that 5. Another turnover, as the Falcons are going way too fast for their own good. Now a 4-point game just like that in a matter of seconds. Little over 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Lawson with it now, he's going to his left, trying to find Brown on the other end of the floor. Lawson steps into a pass. That's a lot of close passing between Thomas and Lawson, as he's gonna try and put that one up and get fouled. So now Lawson's gonna go to the free throw line yet again, as Bailey was open on the wing. But stack up those fouls as you can and create free throw line opportunities late in the quarter. That's 3 for both teams. Lawson now at the line once again, trying to break that 40-point threshold, and he does so. Vineland now in a 3-point contest. Lawson looking to make it a 2. Vineland has suffocated this Falcons team on the defensive end of the floor, kind of giving them a taste of their own medicine, as Lawson knocks down yet another, and a timeout by Hamilton in a very smart way. So Vineland comes out swinging, trying to get points back on the board, and now in a 2-point contest just like that, KB.
Timeout, Oakcrest.
Oakcrest, yes.
We were just feeling like this.
Did I say Hamilton?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Oh, no. Yeah, it's same colors, same vibes.
Too much flavor.
I would say too much condiment talk, getting us way off the rails. My goodness, we have gone so left field with this one.
But this is why we play.
This is why we do what we do, man. You go into a Holy Spirit game that was just strictly business. Everyone's over the ramps. And now we play Oakcrest, and it's just completely off the handle.
It's a flavor bomb.
It's just nuts today.
Which, if you want more of this, make sure you're subscribed to the Vineland Public Schools YouTube channel, youtube.com/@VLDSchoolsTV. That is your go-to location and destination for all events, whether it be school events, board meetings, and, of course, athletics throughout the 2025-2026 school year and beyond. Be sure to click that bell icon as well so you know whenever new broadcasts are available for your viewing pleasure. That's youtube.com/@VLDSchoolsTV, your home for Vineland Athletics.
Who would want to pass up listening to us go nuts about condiments in a basketball game on a Tuesday night? I mean,
We're
where
on
else
Team
can you
Acting
find
Crook mode right now.
Where can you find this content? It'll be the Falcons inbounding here, up by 2. It'll be Johnson with it. He's going to try and get into Harper, and it was a low pass. Mitchell with it now, trying to get it cross court. Forrest now has a 2-on-1. Good pass down low. Muhammad could not reel it in, and it's stolen away. Pardon me, that's tough. And it's going to be a jump ball, but possession is going to stay with the Falcons. So good defense. I mean, everybody just all over the place in this second half, and maybe that's just Vineland's way of getting back into this game. So it'll be Johnson inbounding now for the Falcons. He's looking to his right, trying to find Harper. And it's stolen away by Lawson. It's a 2-on-1. Lawson goes behind the back, spin, puts it up, and puts it in. Another big bucket by Lawson ties the game with 4:35 to go, and a foul's going to be called.
Come on, man.
Oh, absolute back-breaking foul in transition. And I'll tell you what, the whistles have not been left dry today.
They're blowing them like they're too short out here. Where's Gilly when you need him?
There's a lot going on from the stripes, but nonetheless, a tie ball game just like that. Harper with it, guarded by Bailey. He's going to hand it off to Forrest. He's going to pump fake, get past the vault, put up a floater, and he leaves it short. He's going to get his own rebound, and a foul's going to be called on DeVault. And I thought that was a pretty clean block. Not sure what that call could have been. It looked like he got all ball. I mean, Oh, boy. That's a tough break. So we're going to get a quick look back here. This Force is going to put up the first of 2 free throws. I don't know. As the first free throw is knocked down, I just didn't see where that could have been anything that required a whistle. Again, I am no basketball expert myself. The crowd getting into this one in a 1-point contest with Forrest at the line. He makes the second, and he goes 2 for 2 from the line. Now Vineland will look to go in transition. Lawson with it now. Johnson waiting for him with Forrest on the left and Harper to the right. Oakcrest trying to communicate. Bailey has an open look on the wing. He leaves that one short. Rebounded by Brown. Puts it up. Left that one short. Rebounded by Thomas. Gets it out to DeVault. He's going to shoot a 1-leg jumper. No good. Rebounded by Webster. Not a fan of the shot selection there.
Neither is Coach Wareham.
Forrest with it now. Drives. He's going to kick it out. Webster 4-3. Leaves it short. Thank goodness. And now Thomas with the rebound. Lawson in transition. It's been up pace this entire second half. Hand off to Bailey. He's going to put up a 3. Knocks it down! Big bucket from Dominic Bailey. Puts Vineland up. And it's a 1-point contest. Cross-court pass almost thrown away. DeVault almost fouls Forrest. Webster's open for 3. He misses. Thank goodness yet again. Vineland now stacking up offensive possessions unlike the first half. 46-45 now. Lawson going to his right. He's guarded closer by Forrest. Almost thrown away. Gets it to DeVault. DeVault kicks it out to Bailey. Bailey shoots another 3. No good. Long rebound. Fighting for it. Webster's there. DeVault's there. And it's going to go out of bounds on DeVault. As Forrest is looking for a foul, just trying to bait Vineland into something. And it's just not going to happen. Now DeVault talking to the Stripes, and that's not ideal. And now we're going to see Davis check in for DeVault, and DeVault is in a heap of anger.
I am having deja vu of Hamilton.
Yes, this was a very similar situation. So now it is a 1-point game, Vineland in the lead, and I'm not sure DeVault now going to the locker room. So Harper with it now. He's going to his left, hands it off to Forrest. Bailey and Davis there waiting. Harper's going to drive, kick it to Mitchell, and that's a good pass and a good look. Oakcrest now back up 47-46 with 2:45 to go. Johnson still on the bench with 3 fouls for Vineland, 2:40 to go. Pass over to Bailey. He's going to drive. They're going to stop play yet again for fans walking on the side of the court. Prime possession there for Vineland where they needed a bucket, and everything just stopped on a dime. So now Lawson with it. He's going to hand it off to Brown, who hands it back off. I mean, that's brutal. Dominic Bailey had a clear lane to the cup as Lawson loses it, splits 2, gets it to Thomas, pass to Davis, down to Brown. Good ball movement. Davis loses it. Oh, man, Davis lost it in the corner. The ball movement was there. But another scenario of going too fast for your own good, and that's going to send Davis to the bench and bring in Joins. Joins now calling guys down to force pressure as Harper gets the inbound. He's going to fling it cross court to Mitchell, almost threw it away. Joins there with Mitchell, almost on the way yet again, and is brought in by Lawson. He's going to drive, foul called, and the bucket does not go down. But Lawson with more free throws. That's 5 fouls on Vineland, 4 on Oakcrest. So now we're nearing that bonus territory for both teams. .210 to go in this contest. It's just been, I mean,
this game is chaotic.
This is nuts. I've never had a Vineland game where it's just been this off the handles. So 2:10 to go. Lawson at the free throw line. He's going to knock down the first of 2. He's going to tie up this ball game. I mean, oh man, this is going to be one for the books.
I have anxiety.
This is one for the books. Lawson shooting his second free throw. And he misses that one, but a good rebound there by Bailey, finding Lawson. Lawson's going to drive. He's going to flip between two and put in another bucket. Vineland now up by 2. With 2 minutes to go, almost stolen away. Forrest trying to get over to Mitchell. Now back to Johnson, almost tipped away and is stolen by Vineland. Vineland looking to slow it down. Bailey has it, open for 3, no good. Rebounded down low by Thomas. Oh, it's Brown, no foul called, and he hits the deck. Now numbers for Oakcrest. Johnson puts it up and puts it in. A tough bucket by Johnson over Chris Thomas in transition. Tie game yet again. 1:30 to go. Bailey almost loses it. Joins has it. He's going to drive. Pass down low to Thomas and puts it in. Another good look by Joins. Harper with the ball now, fighting to get to half court. Almost throws it away. Brought in now by Johnson. Almost stepping on that boundary line. Mitchell kicks it out. Open look for Forrest. No good. Rebounded by Vineland. Lawson with the ball now, slowing things down with a minute to go in this third quarter. Pass down low to Thomas, or pardon me, Brown yet again. Joins gets it, passes back to Brown. No good, left it at the rim. Rebounded by Mitchell, but another quality look as now they have numbers. Put into the corner, Webster's there, kicks it back out. Johnson pump fakes, and Vineland slows him down. Forrest with it, he's gonna drive, put one up, and a foul called on Thomas. That's going to send Forrest to the free throw line yet again with 41.2 to go in the third. This game has been nothing short of, as stated earlier on, chaos.
It's like the TikTok, why is it spicy?
I mean, we started talking about condiments and everything just went downhill.
We went to Flavor Town.
So now DeVault will be checking back in for Vineland as Forrest knocks down the first free throw.
He's got to keep his temper under control, man.
Got to keep his head on his shoulders. And that's going to send Brown back to the bench.
It's an emotional game. It's going to be a battle the whole time. You cannot let your opponent get in your head the way that it has here in this one, like it did against Hamilton. Like, you've got to stay level-headed, because you can't be a selfish player in games like this.
Second free throw, no good. Rebounded by Thomas. Still a 1-point game with 40 seconds to go. Lawson with it now in transition. He's going to slow it down and look to his right. He's looking for DeVault, but swings it over to Joins. Joins gets it back to Lawson, and Vineland resets. DeVault gets it. He's going to swing it out. Bailey open for 3. He's ready to shoot. No good, and a long rebound by Forrest. And that's tipped away by Lawson. It would have been an easy bucket for Johnson in transition. Forrest going to his right. He's going to take it right at DeVault. Terrible shot selection by the Falcons. Vineland in transition, 3-on-3. Good move there by Bailey. And a foul going to be called on Johnson on the floor. Ramos waiting by the scorer's table, preparing to check in. That was a beautiful move by Bailey in transition. It'll be Ramos checking in, as well as Kevin Walker for Oakcrest. Now Bailey at the line because they are in the bonus. With 7.4 to go in the third. Bailey knocks down the first of 2. Brown now checking in for Thomas in the latter portion of this quarter. So Vineland now up by 2. Second free throw knocked down, so a perfect trip there for Dominic Bailey. Now Oakcrest looking to move, and that's turned over. Somehow that stays with Oakcrest. Oh my goodness. Oh,
how do you miss
my
that? You're right
goodness. 4.9 to go. They quickly inbound. Vineland fighting for defense here. That's going to be put up, and that's going to be off the rim. That's going to end the third quarter. We're going to check out this replay real quick because I did not think in any facet of the imagination that's out on Vineland.
I did see Bailey.
I see Bailey's hand on it. But it looked like it could have touched Muhammad on the far side of the floor without Harper. I'm just going to try and see this and slow it down, see where it could have gone off of a Vineland player. So we got to look here at the Falcons bench at the end of the third. It looked like he dribbled the ball on the boundary line, though. So if it's not out of play at that point, he dribbles the ball on that line.
It did. I can't definitively see it, but I think the way the ball went, it went off of Bailey's foot.
I saw Bailey's hand reach in. He was, again, the closest guy there. It just looked like he
That
dribbled it out of bounds first. That's the only argument I'm going to throw at that. But if that was the case, they blew the whistle too late. And that's just a missed call at that point. But nonetheless, 1 quarter to decide this one. Vineland up by 3. So 53-50. Vineland in a contest that has been anything but natural is the best way I can muster up words.
Supernatural.
So now 8 minutes to decide. A big game for Vineland. I mean, you finally had an opportunity to take the lead in the division. We look at the banners earlier today. Vineland has never won their division.
According to our banners, yes.
So according to our banners. So I'm not going to say it's accurate, but it could be accurate. But now Vineland with a 3-point lead. It's going to be Lawson at inbound. Bailey, Thomas, as well as Johnson, who newly checked in, and Davis on the floor. So the starting 5 now in for Vineland. As Lawson passes it in and gets it right back himself. He's going to go to his right and get this offense going. Bailey with it now, gets it back out to Lawson. It's almost a 2-on-1 every chance they get as Johnson has it now. He's going to kick it out. Lawson with it now. He's not going to shoot the 3. He wanted to, though, and boy, that pass was just 2 seconds too late. Lawson now drives. He's going to fake. Pass it off to Bailey and put in. Great look there by Lawson. Now transition defense is the way to go. Tipped up in the air. Fighting for it is Mitchell, but brought in by Thomas. And now Vineland has numbers. Behind the back pass to Bailey, but he couldn't corral it in. Somehow that didn't go out of bounds on Mitchell. Harper with it now at midcourt. Stolen away by Johnson. Another turnover. Lawson with it in transition. Puts it in. And a foul. Huge bucket by James Lawson in the 4th quarter.
That's what I like to call Lawson in order.
Vineland now snowballing in this 4th. I love Law and Order. That's a good one. We're going to look back at the replay here. As that's 100% a foul. Got to call it. Hands on the back. Fantastic look there by Lawson. And way to make a play in transition. Those turnovers have created monuments worth of points up to this point. And Lawson converts on the 3-point play. Now an 8-point contest in favor of your Fighting Clan. Cross-court pass reeled in by Muhammad. Gets it back to Harper. Harper's going to pump fake. And he's going to travel. Another turnover on the Falcons. I'll tell you what, this is the tale of 2 halves.
Vineland's largest lead?
Yes, up to this point, this is the largest lead that Vineland has had with 8 points. Lawson with the ball now trying to get past Harper, had his pocket pick. Thomas has it. He's going to take it himself. Blocked away by Webster. Brought in by Johnson and put in. So now Johnson getting quality minutes in this 4th. He still has those 3 fouls. Muhammad with it on the near side. He's going to drive. He's going to kick it back out to Webster, who had the hot hand in the first half. Stolen away by Bailey. Fighting for it through Forrest, but could not reel it in. But, man, Oakcrest has had no opportunities to settle down in this 3rd quarter and 4th quarter. No rest for the weary. So now Webster's going to inbound in front of Vineland's bench, where Muhammad is waiting. He's going to try and drive. He's going to kick it to the corner where Johnson is. Pass back out, almost turned over again. So Muhammad now with it. He's going to drive. He's going to kick it out. Forrest open for 3. No good. The drought continues for Oakcrest. Bailey with the ball now in transition, looking to his right, finds Lawson. And now Lawson slows it down. He has Thomas there. He's going to set a screen. He's going to split 2. He's going to put up a floater and put it in. Lawson down low has been untouchable. Johnson with it now at midcourt, trying to split 2 defenders. Pass there, almost stolen by Thomas yet again, but it's going to stay with the Falcons. It has been tough pass after tough pass for the Falcons up to this point. Muhammad inbounds now to Johnson. He has Forrest to his left. Thomas now guarding him closely. He's going to pass it off. Forrest gets it out. Open look for Muhammad. He's going to put up a 3, and it looks short, and it is short. Rebound by Johnson.
Can I just say, I've never seen so many fans have to get up.
Yeah, and like the worst time.
Like, good grief.
Corner 3 for Bailey. No good. Rebounded by Johnson between 2, and a foul called. I'll tell you what, this is a totally different team from the first half that we've seen from this Fighting Clan squad. 12-point lead now for the Fighting Clan.
Who gave the pump-up speech?
It's the secret stuff that Michael Jordan had in Space Jam being distributed at half.
Or in our case of this broadcast, it's the secret sauce.
The condiments trail on.
The Vineland Public broadcast. Krabby Patty's secret formula.
Pass down low to Johnson. He left it short. He gets his own rebound, fighting between two. And it looks like it's going to be a foul on the floor.
Yep.
On Oakcrest. So Lawson's going to inbound yet again. It was a great look by Lawson. As we're going to see a substitution now. It's going to be Mitchell checking in for Muhammad. Yeah, they did not trying to catch a breather, I'm assuming, as Thomas is wide open. And he's blocked away, but a foul is going to be called. Johnson spikes the ball. Hamilton is not, or pardon me, Oakcrest not too happy with that one. Now the emotions beginning to sway on the negative end of the floor onto Oakcrest. So now Thomas is at the line to shoot two. So we're going to check back at that replay as Thomas knocks down the first of two. Yeah, that's a foul. He caught him on the right arm, right hand. I get you have a little bit of ball there, but too much contact not to call it. Thomas shooting his second at the line, and he puts it down. Vineland's free throws have been very consistent today. Now with 5:30 to go, they're up by 14. Pass to midcourt to Forrest. Now Oakcrest has numbers. Pass back to Webster, who's the hot hand. Over to Johnson. Johnson's going to shoot a three. It's off to the right, off the back rim. Strong rebound by Davis. Lawson now driving, gets past Forrest. Lawson with a 2-on-1, put it up. No foul called. Rebounded by Johnson. Puts it in! And a foul! Ricardo Johnson with yet another tough bucket. Lawson not happy with not getting that foul call, but Johnson picks up the scraps, turning garbage into gold. A la Mark Sumoff.
Gold shavings. By the time we're done with this broadcast, we might be eligible for a Michelin star.
So Johnson now shooting free throws. He's going to knock down to add on, as we're going to look back at the replay there. I believe Lawson got a technical. But, I mean, tough bucket there with three guys draped all over Johnson, and he was hype about that one. So there was a technical called on Lawson, who was not happy about the call not being made, but got the call with Johnson. So Webster at the line. He misses, and again, completely different player. We saw in the first half, Webster just could not miss. And now not even able to make free throws in the second half.
Frickin'
for Chicken. Second free throw up and is good. So now the 17-point lead turns to 16. And possession will stay with the Falcons because of the technical. Jones checked in for Lawson after that call. So Johnson with the ball now for the Falcons. He's guarded closely by Johnson as well as Bailey. Webster's going to shoot a three. No good. Rebounded by Johnson. Fighting for it. And it's going to be a jump ball, but the possession stays with the Falcons. And yet more traffic here on the baseline.
We need a crossing guard.
Yeah, that's what's going to end up happening.
We need neon green jackets.
Forrest puts up a three, no good. Rebounded yet again by Johnson, who's fighting for foot position. And now Bailey going in transition, gets it back to Johnson, who's going to pass it off to Jones, and Vineland slows it down. Jones going to dribble back to half court, pick it up, swing it to Thomas, who's looking down low. Nobody really there. Gets it to Johnson. He's one-on-one with Webster. He's going to spin, fight through contact, and a foul called. Yeah, I mean, at some point it's got to get called. He's getting mauled down low. He had guys draped all over him going to the basket, and that's going to send him to the line for two because Oakcrest has 5 fouls, and there's 4:30 to go. So Vineland will see the free throw line on every foul.
Ricardo Johnson was like Jim Hopper fighting off some Demogorgons in the upside down right there.
I mean, fighting for his life as that free throw goes down. And Lawson's going to check back in, and that's going to send Chris Thomas to the bench. We're going to get a look back at the replay here as Johnson knocks down the second free throw.
Nice.
I mean, yeah. Can't get too mad there as Vineland steals it back. Lawson driving. He's fouled. And it's going to be on the shot, and that'll send him to the line for 2 more. I'll tell you what, this is a totally different Falcons team than what we saw in the first half.
It's a totally different Vineland team.
This is the tale of 2 halves. Could not be told any better than what the story has been given today. So that is going to foul out number 35, Al-Tariq Huff. That's going to bring in Kevin Walker, who started this game for Oakcrest. So 4:24 to go, and Huff is out of this ball game as Lawson knocks down the first of 2. Vineland breaking the 70-point threshold. And now up by 20, in which was the margin that they beat Oakcrest earlier this season. So 4:22 to go as Lawson tips that one out of play. Falcons really struggling to complete passes here in transition. 71-51 the score now. Johnson with the ball, passed it off. Corner look now, swung back up to him. Forrest with it, open look for Webster, and he leaves that one short as well. I don't believe Webster's made a jumper in this second half. Lawson with it now. He's going to pass it. Was looking for Bailey, but just threw that one away. Vineland still playing that full court press. Johnson with the ball now. He's inbounded by Webster. He has Forrest to his left. Mitchell down low, as well as Walker, who now has the ball, swings it up to Johnson, gets it out to Webster. He's going to shoot another 3, no good yet again. Pass from Johnson, gets it to Lawson, who gets it back to Johnson and into the hands of Jones. Jones gets it out to Lawson, who's guarded closely by Webster, and a foul called there, and it was very clearly a foul. Just forcing him to the bench, or pardon me, the bleachers on the near side of the floor. So once again, free throws now for Lawson. I mean, how many times have we said that today?
He's been the catalyst for this comeback, and it all started with, you know, those transition points where he was stealing the ball away and getting possessions back for Vineland that they desperately needed as he misses the first.
Joins now checking in for the Fighting Clan, sending Davis to the bench. I mean, they scored points in a crazy fashion. It was all turnovers, all transitions. As that second free throw is good, and it completely turned this game upside down. So now Johnson in transition, almost stolen away by Bailey. Mitchell's going to drive, kick it out to Walker. Walker's going to go to his right, pass down low, and no good there by Mitchell. Gets it back out to Walker. He's going to pump fake, spin away from a high-flying Johnson. Pass down low to Forrest, puts it up, and a foul called on Bailey. That's going to send Oakcrest to the line now to shoot 2. Zane Forrest, who's had a solid game up to this point, who's a 6'2" freshman. He's had a lot of play time today, so obviously a future with him for the Falcons.
He's played really well. I've been impressed with his game.
First free throw of the 2 is off to the left and no good. Now Brown's going to check in for Dominic Bailey, and Harper checking in for Mitchell on the Oakcrest end of the floor. Forrest looking to salvage this trip to the free throw line and at least go 50%. And he misses the second as well. 0 for 2 at the line goes Forrest. As Brown almost lost it, Johnson fighting for it, and now Lawson with it in transition. He's going to drive. He's going to split 2 and an easy way to the rim. Almost tailor-made for Lawson in this second half. That same shot. Johnson with it now, looking for Walker. Walker, Ramos down low. He's going to drive. He's going to kick it out. Open look for Johnson, and it's no good. Fighting for the rebound. Jones gets it, and now Jones has numbers. He's going to look to his right. Top step, pass down to Brown, and 1! Another good look by Jones, a no-look handoff. Brown puts it in and has a three-point opportunity. It has been all Fighting Clan in the second half, and the barrage is yet to end. As Johnson's going to go to the bench for Muhammad. And now Joel Davis seeing his first minutes for Forrest.
Jackson Surrency is checked in for Vineland.
It's good to see him getting some reps, man.
And Matt Barufi will check in for Vineland as well.
I want to give a shout out to Jackson's brother, Jerry Surrency, who is balling overseas right now, chasing that pro career and doing well as that three is put up by Muhammad way off the mark. Rebound by Jones. Now Joins has it. He's going to hand it off to Surrency. It's almost stolen away. Surrency steps into a three and just left it short. Rebounded, though, by Barufi, who's trying to find his way out of the corner. Gets it down low to Jones. Kicks it out to Brown. Brown not looking to shoot. Spin move stolen away. That's going to be off of Brown's foot. A lot going on there for the young guys. So the newly checked-in Barufi was kind of pinned in that corner. Surrency stepped into a three right off the bat and almost knocked it down. So now Harper with it in transition with Davis to his right. He's going to try and split between Joins. Pass down to Ramos and a foul called on Barufi. Johnson on the bench now getting his kudos from the home crowd. You see some more substitutions. Eric Bailey preparing to check in now for the Fighting Clan, seeing his first minutes.
I believe that's Dominic's older brother, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Don't
That's
quote
something
me.
we definitely have to fact check as Chris Thomas and Joins head to the bench as Vaughn has now completely emptied the end of the bench. Free throw no good there. That's going to stay on the Falcons' end of the floor, though. So Vineland with yet another convincing lead with 2:07 to go, 77-51, have emptied their bench. Walker has it on the near side. He's going to jump, cut, kick out to Muhammad. He's going to get it out to Harper. Harper pump fake, steps into a three, puts it up. No good. Fighting for the rebound, and the Falcons stay with possession yet again. Some more substitutions for Vineland. We're going to see number 14, Landon Castillo, check in, as well as Aiden Flores sending Jones and Brown to the bench.
Costello.
I always like Luis Castillo. Swung out to Harper. He's going to put up a three. No good yet again. That's tipped away, trying to fight for it, and the Falcons are going to lose possession this go around. Vineland gets the ball back. So now we're going to see this new young offense from the Fighting Clan. It's Flores with the ball now, guarded closely by Harper. Harper not giving him any room to work with. Now Bailey with it. He's going to drive, put up a floater, just left it short. The crowd wanted it. So now in transition go the Falcons. It was a play almost made by a Vineland defender. That was Flores, and a foul on Surrency in transition. Crowd almost jumping out of their seats for Bailey. That sends Muhammad to the line now to shoot two. First of the two toilet bowls down.
It looked like a Beyblade.
So Oakcrest now in that 50-point range with 52, looking to make it 53 to Vineland's 77. Second free throw is no good, rebounded, and another foul there, this time on Flores. This is something you expect with the other end of the bench checking in. You're going to see a lot of fouls, you're going to see a lot of Falcons possessions, but nonetheless, it's always nice to get burned.
Which makes this minute and 28 seconds.
It's going to be a long little bit here, guys. Another
like
free
an
throw
hour and
miss.
28 minutes.
Joel Davis missing his first free throw. As Vineland was struggling really to get past half court. I'm excited. I want to see somebody get a bucket here and this place just go nuts. I wish the Clan Crazies were here right about now. Second free throw is also no good. Fighting for the rebound is Barufi down low, and another foul. Oh, boy.
I feel like Frank the Tank. It's time for another free throw.
So Kevin Walker now going to the line. Oh, man. Frank the Tank references condiments.
Let's see what's at the line.
Let's see what we got. So Walker now at the free throw line, and he makes the first of 2.
I mean, it's only right that we bring up Frank the Tank with the amount of walking that's gone by.
Oh, my gosh, yeah. Shout out to that guy. I mean, so much. His second free throw is no good. Rebounded by Ramos of Oakcrest. Stolen away now, going to transition is Bailey! And he puts it in! This place has just erupted! Eric Bailey with a steal and finish. Muhammad puts up a shot and puts it in. Now Vineland back with it. Flores in transition. He splits 2. He puts one up and knocks it down. The bench putting up buckets with a minute to go. Harper with it. Oh my goodness. I mean, you can't contain Jones and Lawson's excitement on the near side. And we're going to see that quick replay now as it's stolen away. Good hands there by Bailey, and a tough finish as the bench goes absolutely ballistic. As Vineland fighting for the rebound down low with Serenzi, and that's going to go Vineland way.
Lawson and Jones were hopping and skipping like they just hit a walk-off home run in the World Series.
Arm in arm towards the bench as Serenzi splits 2, puts one up himself. That's blocked away, gets his own rebound. But they're going to say he stepped out of bounds. The bench is having the time of their lives. This game completely flipped on its head. 25 seconds to go now. Harper with it. He's going to try and drive and get past Flores. He's going to get to Walker with an interesting-looking jumper, but he knocked it down. Now Flores with the ball. Bailey to his far left. Flores is going to try and split 2. He's going to do so. He's going to swing it all the way over to Barufi. Get over to Serenzi, who's going to pump fake, split 2, drive, and left it at the rim yet again. They really want to see Serenzi get one, but that is the end of the ball game. In a game that felt like a Hamilton kind of feel, not much going in favor in the first half of the Fighting Clan. A tale of 2 halves, a punch, counter-punch, knockout blow. Vineland wins 81-58. Game completely flipped over by James Lawson starting that second half, and it was all downhill from there for the Fighting Clan. KB, your takeaways.
I mean, kudos to whoever gave the halftime speech, because the game completely changed coming out of the locker room at halftime. You know, we were watching the body language. It didn't feel great, you know, during warm-up, and kudos to everybody involved for the big turnaround, a big-time win after an extremely sluggish first half. Great job by the Fighting Clan.
Final score here at Edward T. Harvard Gymnasium at the Irv Gosman Court. Your Fighting Clan 81, the visiting Falcons 58. As always, we thank you for joining us here on the Vineland Public Schools broadcast. Special shout out to all of our student workers and our amazing producer, Doug Diola. My name is Marcino Hela with my partner, Kyle KB Bennett. We thank you for joining us. And as always, let's go Fighting Clan.